Hello, my honeys. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I am so thrilled whenever I get a comment or message from you all. It just keeps me really inspired. So I want to say thank you. And also thank you for just the honor of reading for you, because these collective messages really do tap into your energy. And if you're brand new here, welcome to the Black Dove Oracle. My name is Kamara. I'm a psychic medium. I channel my ancestors as well as the Divine Sibyls, all who sit at the feet of spirit, so I ultimately channel spirit. And know that these messages are received with care and they are transmitted with care. Please know that these are collective messages, and please only take what resonates. Don't try to make anything fit that doesn't fit in your current present life. There are plenty of readings. They're starting to stack up with this brand new channel. But if you do like your reading or you resonate with any of this channeled message, please consider giving me a thumbs up at the end before you leave. And if you want to stay connected, please subscribe. And if you hit that bell, you'll get notified when I upload new readings and channeled messages. So, my honeys, a psychic reveals a channeled message from, and that's who we're going to find out about. We're going to tap into who's this message from, and then also what is the message? What is it that they wish to communicate? So there's going to be 3 groups, and the timestamps will be in the description box below. But we're going to get started with group number 1. Okay, my honeys. So welcome, group number 1, to a channeled message. A psychic reveals a channeled message from who? Who is this person that is trying to connect with you? And we're leaving it open. But immediately Spirit says, this is an ancestor that you have been working with for quite some time, or who's been watching over you if you don't have a formal ancestral practice. This is an ancestor who's, we would call a master ancestor, meaning this is a very ancient ancestor that has lent their DNA to many generations within your lineage. So group number 1, you've hit the big one, the ultimate ancestor needs to provide you a message. So let's see if we can find out just a little bit more about this ancestor. Who are they? Wow. It says they are an angel. So for some of you, this ancestor may have had angelic energies. Can someone comment below if they've ever heard of the possibility of having an ancient ancestor be an angel? Now, technically, angels have never really embodied a human form, but I don't even know if that's true. You all can obviously tell that I am not a big practitioner who knows a lot about angels. So if you work with angels a lot, that would be awesome to hear, your theories around this. But this ancestor is coming through with angelic presence. What else? They're also very charming. I think when they were alive in a past life, they were a prince. They were some kind of royalty. Yeah. What else about them? Wow, yeah, they were definitely some kind of royalty. They came through not only as a prince, but they came through as a king too. So I'm thinking that this ancestor has been in and out of the lineages in terms of lifetimes quite a few times. So this master ancestor, what is it that they want to communicate to you? What is the message they have for you, group number 1? Let's see. Let me put on my glasses, y'all. Well, they first of all want to let you know that you are loved, you're held, and that you have everything that you seek. Group number 1. They're saying that oftentimes they sit with you. There's somebody here in group number 1 that has a ritual of just having like a morning cup of tea. It might be coffee, or it may be cacao. But if you do have kind of a morning ritual where you connect with your divine inner wisdom, maybe you take that moment in the morning to journal. Maybe you take that time in the morning to just kind of look out the window and kind of catch some of the nature doing its morning business. Whatever way, this ancestor says they sit with you, group number 1. And they said they would love to have conversations with you if you're open to it. For some of you, they're showing me that they communicate well with automatic writing. And you all can let me know in the comments if you want me to do some instructions, like record an instructional video on how to do automatic writing. I wouldn't mind doing that. It's a very powerful process. This ancestor also says that they want you to be more fierce with how you protect yourself. And they want to let you know too that there's allies that are coming into your life fairly soon, group number 1. Not saying that you don't have any right now, but they're saying that they're sending some to you. This is very interesting, you all. Some of you, I only mention this because I live here in the Southwest, but someone might live in the Southwest. You might live in Arizona. You might we can go a little bit north, even though I don't really know if Nevada's Southwest, but you might live in New Mexico. You might live in the very northern tip of Texas even. You may live in the very southern tip of Colorado. I'm kind of like getting some of those states. But they're saying here that in a very interesting way that you may want to incorporate in your spiritual work chilies, peppers. Maybe because I'm also seeing cacao here. So cacao and peppers really speak to me of Latin culture or Southwest culture. I mean, cacao is more, I think that's Mexican, maybe Central American, maybe South American. Y'all let me know. I feel like I need a little more education here. But they're saying, group number 1, that you may need to do some kind of banishing ritual. There may be some energy that needs to be cleansed from your house. They're showing me in both cards a room with a window. This window may overlook a mountain, or it may overlook kind of like a hilly road, just to kind of be very specific for someone. Some of you may have Either you have a dog, or on occasion you may see the same coyote. I I only mention that, group number one, because when I lived in California and I would go on this particular trail, even by myself, I would see the same coyote. And I was like, oh, that's my spirit animal. In fact, I call myself, low key a coyote woman. So, yeah, some of you may see either the same coyote, or you may see the same kind of hawk. Like there's nature outside of this window. So, for someone who resonates with this, you are being directed to do some kind of banishing ritual. There may be some kind of energy in your home that you just might want to cleanse away. And sometimes I got to find this out for sure, but those little hanging chilies, that might be good to put by your window. What else about this spirit? This ancestor also says that it's okay for you to be in solitude. Maybe you've been worried lately that you've been too alone, but the ancestors say technically you're never alone, because this ancestor says we're always with you. I mean, they're speaking for more than one ancestor. And they said this time alone for you is really meant for you to heal, because you will be meeting, as they said earlier, you will be meeting some allies soon. And I think they're saying your life will be a little bit busier after that. So embrace this time, group number one. That's what this ancient ancestor is saying. Just protect yourself, protect your surroundings. They're not saying at all that you're in any kind of danger. They're just saying that you may want to cleanse some of the energy. Maybe over time, some energy in your home or around it has gotten stagnant. So just, do some cleaning up, and they're even pointing in a couple of times that you might want to do your own personal cacao ritual or ceremony, or cacao might be part of this ritual for you to cleanse. That's just for someone. But they're going to say that, just take this time to yourself, because this time, it doesn't appear will always be there. Things will ramp up for you. That's what I'm hearing, group number one. Let's see what else this ancestor has to say to you, group number one. Everything in your home looks very cozy. I wonder if we're neighbors. Yeah, this is a time, they're saying, for you to gain perspective, to calm and clear your mind, and to know that when your mind is calm, when you're grounded, you're going to see things very clearly. Maybe some of you have been wondering about some direction you're going to take next, or a goal that you've been working on. Maybe it's not where you want it to be, and your ancestor is saying it's time for you to just gain some perspective. When you do that, it's going to provide clarity, and you really are going to know what steps to take next. Anything else? Yeah. Maybe for some of you, and this is going to be specific, you've been missing someone, maybe a parent that's passed away, maybe a father, an uncle, an older brother. They're saying, that they're doing okay. They're being watched over and cared for by the ancestors in the ancestor realm. And they want you to move forward with your life, because you all are still connected, regardless of how the 3D is showing everything. This ancestor says you're connected to all of your ancestors all the time. And yeah, they acknowledge it's tough when spirit energies make that transition from the living world into the ancestor world. But no, for some of you, you wanted to know if they're okay. They are okay. They're being taken care of. And at some point, because this ancestor is saying at some point, they will communicate with you if they haven't already. In your dreams, maybe, or through some kind of symbol that only you both know. Yeah, they'll communicate with you soon. But right now, this ancestor is saying to you that life will be moving forward soon. Some of you may even travel or take a trip soon. And so this ancestor is saying for you to rest up, relax your mind, do a ritual here or two there. Some of you might be a Cancer. You don't have to be. And they're saying just to release yourself from any self-imposed prison, self-imposed way that you're limiting yourself, group number 1. Because they're saying there's so much of life that you are getting ready to reconnect with. And this might be just what you need. Some of you, if you've been at home lately and feeling a little bit stagnant, they're saying do the ritual, ground yourself in some kind of healing practice, and prepare to meet your allies. They're coming soon. So all the work that you need to do in terms of settling yourself so that you can best prepare to receive these I'm hearing soulmate counterparts. They're coming. Yeah, you have 3 of Wands. You will be taking some kind of trip soon. Let me see if I can find out a little bit more about this trip, group number 1. It may be a trip like a retreat, or some kind of ceremony. It looks like it's going to be in the fall. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere, it looks like the season is the fall. But it may involve some kind of meditation. It may even involve some kind of grief retreat. So you might be invited to something that's going to be very healing for you. Or you may go to something that's going to be very healing for you. And I'm seeing that you may meet these allies at this retreat, on this trip. So, yeah, this ancestor is saying for you to group number 1 to just open yourself up to new experiences. These new experiences are going to connect you not only with new friends, new community, but they're also saying you may meet someone if you don't have a romantic partner. You may meet someone too on this trip. Anything else, Spirit? I think that's it, group number 1. So if you resonated with any or part of this channeled message, group number 1, can you give me a thumbs up? It's just the best way to help me grow this brand new channel. And if you like the way that I channel messages, can you please consider subscribing? And if you do, click that bell, because then you'll be notified when I upload new channeled messages and tarot readings. If this is where we part, group number 1, I really enjoyed reading for you. I think you might be a Southwest neighbor of mine. All right, comment below if you are. Take care, my honeys. Hello, group number 2. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and this is a channeled message. A psychic reveals a channeled message from who? So group number 1, very interesting. So group number 2, who is going to reveal a message to you? Who does the psychic reach out to? A celestial being. Wow. So you have a galactic celestial being who wants to send you a message, group number 2. Let's see what it is that they have to say. So let's find out a little bit more. Before I give you this message, let's find out a little bit more about the celestial being and your connection to them. This celestial being, group number 2, says that they have been working with you in terms of how you process information. They're saying that they have been working with you to open your third eye so that you're not so reliant on just linear facts. So they're saying to me, group number 2, as a psychic, that they have been slowly, like a tourniquet, just opening up your psychic abilities. They say that sometimes if you do it too much, with too much flow, you may experience some mental instability. So just slowly, they've been communicating with you, opening you up through your dreams, giving you tiny little experiences where you're kind of wondering, is that my imagination? They're like, no, it's them. The celestial being says that actually you come from their star system, and it is time for you to awaken. It's time for you to do the work that you are here to do, group number 2. And so they have been working with your sight, I keep hearing. So some of you may be clairvoyant, but they're saying they've been working with your sight a lot. And you may be seeing things and you're wondering if it's just your imagination, but they're saying, no, it isn't. And that the more and more they will be opening this sight for you. They're drawing my attention to your avatar, the one that's in the middle. And they're saying that amethyst might be a beautiful, powerful stone for you to work with, group number 2. Especially any kind of amethyst that you could wear close to your forehead, third eye. So sometimes there's like third eye jewelry that you might be able to find on Etsy. But if not, they're saying just an amethyst with kind of a flat backing to it so that you can rest it on your forehead when you meditate or do your prayers. So group number 2, what else do you want to know about this? What else can this cosmic ancestor guide tell us? That they kind of have like a father energy for you. Maybe for some of you, you feel like you're connected to some kind of father energy when you are praying, when you are meditating, and they're saying that that's them. Like in their star system, they don't really have the same kind of configurations of mother, father, child, but they do have energies that are similar to the father energy. And they're saying anytime you kind of feel like a fatherly protection or wisdom around you, that is them. They also say that they have been trying to work with you to open up your creative life, giving you inspiring ideas on pieces of art to work with. Some of you might be a painter, and they say they are working with you and working with your inspiration because they really truly believe you have some talents here. So what message does this celestial ancestor have for you, group number 2? They're saying to don't fear speaking up and speaking out. That you are here to be heard, to be listened to. They're saying that some of you have a great I mean, they're saying great ability to storytell. And that your stories actually weave in components of things, present day experiences that people are having. There's a unique way, group number 2, that you are able to tell a story that captivates people. And at the same time, they're learning. So group number 2, you are being encouraged by this celestial ancestor to speak more, to use your voice more, whether that's in healing circles or if it's like on a podcast or a YouTube. Like, speak your voice, speak your wisdom. They're also saying that they really admire the way that you do everything with intention, that you take things slowly, and that you're patient. They said those are such good qualities that you have, group number 2. They say that these qualities will take you very far. Some of you, and this is going to be so specific, but some of you might distill whiskey. Like maybe you're a distiller or you work for a distiller. That's kind of interesting. Let me know in the comments. Some of you may make your own wine or beer. I know in the fall there's like a wine that people make. Maybe you make that. So this celestial ancestor is saying here that it is also time for you to step out of your comfort zone, to take up space, again, using your voice, because people want and need to hear your wisdom. And your celestial ancestor is saying, low-key, that's why you made that trip to this planet, to share your gifts. They're saying your gifts are embedded inside of you. That when you start to awaken on all levels, those gifts awaken. So let's see if there's something they want you to do. How do you awaken these gifts? I guess that's what immediately came to me. Like, how do you awaken these gifts if they're already inside of you? Group number 2. How do you awaken these gifts? Through radical self-acceptance. Of course. They say you are perceived the way you perceive yourself. So this radical self-acceptance, by you like trusting yourself, knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you are highly intuitive, when you trust all those things about yourself, when you accept those things about yourself, group number 2, then it opens the door wide. That's what Spirit is showing me. The door is open wide, quite literally, for this gift to come forward, group number 2. Yeah. They say that if you go within sometimes, like as the hermit, and you seek the light within, you are going to really discover with this self-acceptance, with these practices, all of your gifts. They're just going to awaken inside of you. That's what they're showing, group number 2. Okay. Let's see if there's any other messages that they have for you, group number 2. So it looks like you're going to be awakening these gifts. These gifts, they did allude that they would be used in community. Yeah. They're also saying here, group number 2, that they understand some of your hesitancy with using your gifts because maybe you came from a family that demonized things like this, like psychic abilities, mediumship, even using the tarot. They may have, implanted some negative thoughts about these gifts. And they're saying if any of that is keeping you from awakening to your gifts, it's time to address that. Because they're saying right now that you are meant to live a very powerful life utilizing these gifts. These gifts will take you far. They are the medicine bag, if you will, that you came with to this earth. So they're saying use your judgment here. Wake up, because you are getting woken up. Your gifts are coming online. Group number 2. So let's see if there's any final messages here. Any final messages for group number 2? Yeah. I think for them, they're saying that this consciousness of yours, when it comes online, it's going to feel different. And for some of you, they've did their best to slow it down. But sometimes they're saying to me right now, sometimes the timing of the earth is very different from the cosmos. And so you may receive some intense openings, psychic openings. And they're just saying here to just pay attention to that. You may want to really hold some firm boundaries with people who are close to you while you're going through this shift. But also to not reveal too much to other people who wouldn't understand these gifts. Yeah, they're saying that this is going to be your time to kind of study. And then what I mean by study is they're just showing me the magician with a book. Meaning you need to take the time to connect with your gift. They're showing me that several practices could bring you closer to the mastery of these gifts. But mastery takes time. And they're just saying before you hop into any kind of course or class or working with people, make sure that energetically they align with you. So, for some of you, that might mean just really slowing down your process and seeing with your own 2 eyes and intuitively, group number 2, if someone's the right person to collaborate with, to work with. Very interesting. So, group number 2, this is what I have for you in terms of a channeled message from your celestial ancestor. So if you resonated with any or part of this, could you please give me a thumbs up, group number 2? And if you like the way that I read and you want to stay connected, please consider subscribing and then clicking that bell so that you get notified when I upload new readings or channeled messages. If this is where we part, group number 2, best of luck on this journey of yours. Okay, take care. Hello, group number 3. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and welcome to your channeled message. A psychic reveals a channeled message from who? So, group number 3, we are going to ask who is trying to communicate with you at this time, and then we will get deeper into what is it they are trying to say. Please know these are collective messages. Please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else. This is an ancestor who was a great leader. Someone who believed in purity, who believed in doing the right thing with your consciousness. This is someone who was a great ruler, a great leader. Someone in your lineage, somewhere in your lineage, maybe a family crest, there might be a dragon. There could even be a horse or a cat, I'm hearing. That's kind of interesting, but yeah. Your lineage has some kind of symbols that kind of document the generations. So this ancestor is an old ancestor. I don't know how old, let's see, but they're kind of just saying they're from a time past. Let's see what it is they wish to communicate to you, group number 3. They are saying something about crafting your skills, but let's find out a little bit more about this ancestor first. I'm not getting the sense that you would have known this ancestor when they were alive, group number 3, but if you did, there's something about how they were actually pretty intimidating to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people were like, it could have been their size, like they're a really big, like, framed person. It could have been their size. I don't know. With that goes, maybe it's their popularity that's kind of equated to size, right? But people deferred to this person often when they were in the 3D. And they were known for taking risk, calculated risk, but risk none the same. Yeah, and they also might have been a little controlling, not gonna lie to you, group number 3. So it was something that, using the full energy when it comes to channeling this ancestor, they're saying this is a good practice for you to have and to not forget it. Like, they really want you to develop an ancestral practice, it seems, group number 3. That's the first request out of all the groups. But they're saying this ancestral practice for you, it is a practice that will help you craft your skills. It'll help you learn how to set really strong intentions and to be able to facilitate magic, ritual, ceremony. So they're saying right now that your ancestors' eyes are on you because you are becoming an ancestor for them. Or, well, you are an ancestor for them, but you're realizing that. So they're showing me you sitting down and meditating. You may have some candles around you. You may have sage and your journal and a cup. For some of you, you may do a few mushrooms. Not advocating any substance use. I'm just saying what I am sensing. And either way, you are beginning to open yourself up to these ancestors. They said it was no mistake that they came into your life when they did. There's no mistake that you're listening to this reading even. They said they really want to communicate with you, but only a consistent practice of sitting with them will sharpen your skills to be able to hear them. They're saying with the 6 of Swords that you may end up leaving someplace for a while. They're showing that you have travel to do. Very interesting. Yeah, they said that you have some travel to do, and it's going to be best to not take on too many commitments right now. Yeah, they're showing the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. They're going to be like, even though you will have all the money you need, it may feel like a crunch or some kind of tightness around the money you owe. So it's kind of making me feel, group number 3, that you're being directed to kind of bypass your 3D life and let some things happen, because when those things happen, you are able to grow even further. Yeah. This ancestor for you, group number 3, some of you may have a job with children, like you're a teacher or a preschool teacher. Some of you may have children. They would need to be on the younger side. I mean, about 6 or 7 or less. They're saying, yeah, they wouldn't mind mentoring your kids, but your kids are also pretty young. But that, in a way, they're saying, don't worry about that. They're saying, please do look if you want some kind of direction regarding your finances. Knight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. They're saying, group number 3, that they are going to send someone towards you in Knight of Wands energy. This might be a person that comes in quick. The thing about this person is that they're here to help you and assist you with some endeavors you have to do, group number 3. So they're not necessarily going to be here to help your kids. I'm hearing. They're actually here, if you have kids, or family, you know, like they're here specifically for you. I think they're here to share some kind of magical process with you, group number 3. Take it where it resonates. Yeah. They're coming forward again as a Knight of Cups. That energy is sometimes slow, but Spirit is saying when it does arrive, you're going to feel a great emotional resonance. And when you do, you're going to understand that you are transforming into some kind of king or queen of cups. Like things are starting to make sense to you in terms of what you need to eat, what you don't need to eat, how you need to rest. There's things that are coming into clarity. This person most likely will be a partner for you, a romantic partner. But there's other things that are coming in with this person, and they kind of slip that in. So for the rest of the reading, though, the ancestors are saying, deal with that issue. In Mississippi, is it Mississippi? I don't know. I'm channeling something, you all. This is very interesting for group number 3. So I don't know where that message came from, Mississippi, but take it. There is somebody coming through for you, group number 3. This person's going to see the real you. There's something about, or you're going to see the real them. One of you in this party is kind of hidden in a way. So this ancestor, I think they're coming through, group number 3, because I'm just taking a moment to, because there's a few different messages here. This ancestor is saying that this next journey you're on, group number 3, it has to do with a past life. It does. That's how all of this is connected. Like you're going to start to meet people. You're going to go somewhere. Yeah, there's a few different, for people in this group, I think that you're getting ready to open up into a new like phase in your life. And there's a few different things that are happening here. And they're just saying to ride the wave of this change, because there's a few different things that you are going to realize that are happening. One, you're deepening your own practice. Two, you're meeting someone who's like a romantic connection. If you are single still, yeah, they're saying there's a tremendous amount of change that's getting ready to happen in your life, group number 3. And to just recognize and understand and be open to this change. Be okay with taking some calculated risk. You may not see everything that's going to the outcome of anything, but just work on that inner critic that wants to keep you in the same place. That's what I'm hearing. Work on that inner critic that wants to keep you where you're at in your comfort zone, because these ancestors are saying you need to flow with these changes. There's something really beautiful that's getting ready to happen for you, group number 3, and it's life-changing. Okay. You all, group number 3, this was different because I really felt like I was in some energy and I had to like kind of bring myself out of it for a minute to just get more coherent. So group number 3, let me know if any of this resonated with you, okay? If it did, can you give me a thumbs up? And if you like the way that I channel messages, can you please consider subscribing to this brand new channel? If you click the bell, you will get notified when I upload new channeled messages or tarot readings. If this is where we part, group number 3, best of luck. There's powerful changes happening for you. And let me know and if any of this makes sense to you. Okay, my honeys, take care.